First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die. What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die? Now that you've chosen, what will you become?
Hello, everybody. As promised, I has returned. I had my steak and eggs for breakfast. All is happiness. It is really dark. I has torches. Okay. So, where were we? Welcome to my stream, everybody, watching either live or on replay or catching up, what have you, whatnot. I'm Hivetyrant 424. This is Conan Exiles. For the time being, we are on the original Exiled Lands server map. However, we have gotten a consensus from the majority of our participants on the server, and they have agreed to switch to the Isle of Sipta early. We were planning on doing it Christmas Day night, Christmas Day evening, whatever, what have you there, but we've decided, because we've explored most of this map. As you can see, I've exposed a number of the markers, not all, not everyone, but a majority thereof. And so we've built our fortresses, our castles, our keeps, our whatever it was. And so now we're going to move over to the Isle of Sipta. We're going to start back at level 1, and we're going to explore the expansion together. Old Dude has played some on the new map, considerably more than any of us others. Some of our friends here, Pirate, Living Dead Girl, have not even run the expansion. Pirate has done a little bit of reading, as far as I know anyway. She's done a little bit of reading online about the expansion in the Isle of Sipta, but not a lot. Excuse me. And I myself have played on the Isle of Sipta for about, well, somewhere between 8 and 10 hours. I don't know exactly how many. But, yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to all learn about everything together. Yeah, we definitely need more people, Miner. Thank you so much for coming back and welcome. Do you mean we're going to need more people on the Isle of Sipta server, or we need more people in the stream? Because both are true. I have my minimum required 50 followers to be an affiliate, but I do not yet have the average viewer of 3. I need the 3 average viewers. So we need to bring the numbers up, and I think we did a really good job this morning. The average viewers for this morning's stream was 6. You know what? We've got a pretty darn good crew. We may be missing Camus for a while on the island. I'm hopeful that us switching to the island map early will encourage him to find a way to get the Isle of Sipta expansion, make it sort of an aspirational goal, and then he can join us, hopefully before too long. Of course, There is also the possibility during my live stream that I'm going to be giving away, when I reach affiliate status officially, I'm going to be giving away a copy of Conan Exiles and or the Isle of Sipta. Excuse me, or the Isle of Sipta, not and or. To one viewer who is a follower, and Camus is a follower, so we'll see. He could win. It's I've set up the giveaway to be random and fair on the stream software. So hopefully, whoever wins, if they already have the expansion and the original game itself, maybe they'll donate it to Camus. Who knows? I'm not going to ask them to do that. They're free to give their free copy of the Conan Exiles to whomever they want. But we'll see what happens. So now I just need to know what in the heck I should do until we actually switch over to the new server, to the new map. Any ideas? I'll wait. Mostly it's just an excuse for me to finish my cigarette before I actually move anywhere or try and do anything. I have on occasion had a cigarette in my face when things were going well, and then things suddenly went south and I ended up dying because the smoke was getting in my eyes. It was burning my eyes. My eyes would water up and I couldn't see anything, and I'd end up getting killed. It has happened. We'll call that an industrial accident, an occupational hazard of being in Conan Exiles. It isn't really. It's more of a, hey, stupid, you shouldn't be smoking sort of thing, but I am. Oh, Junior, quit your bitching. Emir Jr. is pissed because I haven't taken him out lately. So I recently learned, in fact, I think it was you and Booger? Not Booger. Random Boog. That's who it was. Booger. Random Boog told me about the food that you feed your pets when they're leveling, which is interesting. I didn't know that the food you fed them while they were leveling was important. So that is information that I will take with me to the new server, to the new map, and hopefully I will learn from it. Oh yeah, you asshead. Come here. You need to come down here. Come here. That's right. There you go. Stupid. Killing the snow hunter. Idiot. God. Alright. I'm over it. Okay. So where do you look to see what their benefits are from the food they're eating? Of course, he's got full hit points, so I wouldn't see it anyhow. Anyway, alright. So we're going to take this idiot out and level him. I don't really want to, because he's stupid. But he might actually prove to be useful. So. You know what? Need to... I'm going to take him to the city of the unnamed city. Yeah. He'll either die or he'll level. Do I have any fragments to turn in? I don't think I do. I do not. Okay. That's over here. Oh, that one. I can't think of anything better to put on that slot, so you know what? I'll put bandages. I Haha! Have at thee! I missed. Eat that. Jeez, the dude's a tank. Excuse me, Mr. Horse, would you mind just staying here for a minute? Thanks. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Hail the conquering hero. La 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 la. All right, now you can follow me, Mr. Horse. Hmm. Do I want to fall down there? No. Do I want to fight the undeads? Yes. Where's the freaking archer? Come here, you little rotten piece of crap. Hey, stupid. Over here. Are you seriously trying to fight me unarmed? What a moron. Hey, guys. Why do they always pick on the horse? Sounds like there's a dragon on the other side of this thing. Is there? I don't see no stinking dragon. Hey, over here. Here she come now, singing moan and moan. Hey, burn, burn, burn. Alrighty, can we take on a whole mob of skeletons? Yes, we can. Dun 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 dun. She thinks my venomous pike is sexy. Oh, no, 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 no. Hit the reverse, reverse. I think... Oh, there's a couple of skellies up here. I think there's a dragon down here. Hey, look! It's a dragon. Let's take a dragon out. That's gonna leave a bruise. Whoa! Now I know how my steak felt. Oh yeah, I see how it is. Get all Billy Badass when you've got a frickin' giant dragon body, but no. Whoa! No. Horse, you're in the way. Whoa, nope. Ow! Oh. That falls under the category of fucking ouch. Nope. Oh, yep, that's gonna hurt. Oh. Good thing I'm wearing black clothing, because you can't tell how charred I am right now. Come get me, the big lizard. Ow! I love how a dragon can, like, literally just spin on the spot. Haha! Yay! We got him. Okay, so sorry guys, couldn't pay attention to the chat while I was getting my ass handed to me by a giant lizard. So let's see. Welcome back. How was dinner? It was delicious. Random Boog, thank you. I had a pork steak and eggs for breakfast. It was actually breakfast. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning here. Miner, is it hard to get many people to watch? Yeah, it can be. I mean, of course, anybody that streams wants, 100,000 viewers like the day they start viewing or streaming. And the hardest part, really, I think, at least what's been the hardest for me, is being patient and knowing that yes, you know, the viewers will come. You have to have content worth watching, of course. Oh, hello, Fangs of the Red Mother, legendary throwing weapon. Ooh, I wonder what those are about. Hmm. Um, yeah, it takes time to build people that will watch your streams, and of course, you have to have something worth watching. You have to have something they want to see. And one of the toughest parts, I started with my with 7 Days to Die, streaming 7 Days to Die, and the hardest part of that is that game involves a lot of grinding, a lot of mining and boring. You know, you're not doing anything of any real value for viewers. Like, there's nothing for them to watch for hours on end. But if you want to reach the end game stuff and you want to build, you know, a really good horde base for the Blood Moons that can withstand the levels of zombies that you're going to see late game, you have to do that farming. You have to do that grinding. And it's incredibly boring to watch. So unless you have viewers to chat with while you're doing that kind of stuff, it can be really hard. You know, I mean, it's one of those catch-22s. How do you get viewers if you're doing something that's boring? But how do you do the boring stuff that lets you get the viewers? Because you got to do the boring stuff in order to get to the exciting stuff. You know, I mean, it's one of those things. It takes time. I've been it's been a really hard exercise in patience for me to not get discouraged. And you know, I mean, I haven't actually been granted affiliate status yet, but I feel like I've reached that milestone anyway because I have 50. Actually, now I have 52, I think 51 or 52 followers, and I feel like that's a huge significant accomplishment. I'm very proud to be, you know, at the level of I have 51 people that have seen my channel and have enjoyed the content that I've provided enough to want to follow it. So to me, it's an accomplishment, even if Twitch still needs specific numbers, specific average viewers in order to give me that affiliate status. The thing is, I'm not doing this for money. I don't want to get paid. I mean, I'm not going to turn it down if Twitch wants to cut me a check for having a streaming audience and, you know, having people that want to see what I'm doing, you know, on a regular basis. Those are the claws, right, Random? Anyway, I'll get to that question in a minute. Um, I'm not trying to get monetized. I'm not. I don't want to be affiliate so that I can be paid. Because A, I don't think an affiliate makes a whole lot of money. And, you know, B, I'm doing it for the fun and for the community and to be a part of something. I enjoy sharing my gaming experience. That's what I get out of this. So, yeah, don't care about the money. So, random book, Jebel Sag's Prowl Daggers. Those are the ones that look like the ghost weapon or ghost claws or something like that, right? I've never seen them, but I saw a video somebody had done on the Midnight Potion. I've never done the domain of Jebel Sag. I've never done that. I've never drank the Midnight Potion and gone there. I wanted to do that with the group as a group, but one of our members has already done it, so that's actually something I should do because I haven't, and that would be a new experience that I want to have in this game. So, having said that, let's go and do that because I was literally just running around trying to think of something to do here. They're daggers. They do double bleed, meaning they bleed on light and heavy attacks, so you get 20 stacks faster. You know what? Honestly, Random, I don't really do a whole lot in the way of light attacks when I'm using my daggers. It's mostly, I love that spinning, that pinwheel spinning maneuver thing that you do with the double daggers. I mean, the fact that it poisons and bleeds is a bonus to me. Whoa! Oh, this is a dude. This is a boss. So let's go ahead and switch this out for the pike. Oh, I didn't pull him. Look at that. All right. Anyway, when I'm using my daggers, I just do the right-click heavy attacks mower because I love that spinning pinwheel maneuver. No, Mr. Archer, you will not. Shit, he already did. You bastard. Rat bastard. Damn archers. Yeah, I know that's like the smart thing to do. Um, but I just that is very complicated for me, and I'm not very good at doing that. That whole weapon swapping thing to get all the different stacks of all the different debuffs. I just kind of go with. Oh, you fucking archer! Oh, I hate archers. I suppose there's another one over here somewhere that I should deal with, isn't there? No, maybe not. Learn that certain weapons cause stagger effects, so we use it. Yeah, and you see, that's one of the primary reasons why I'd be so bad at PvP. Is I'm not good enough at weapon stacking and debuff stacking and that kind of stuff to actually be able to be effective at it. And I know that there are players that are, so they'd hand me my ass. Like, I'm not even sure how you get the mace Sunder armor effect. Like, I don't even know what you have to do to get that. I just know that it does it. My more enjoyable gaming style is light armor and daggers and just dodging and weaving. That's what I prefer to play in this game. But you can't poison and bleed the undead. So that's why I'm not. That's why I'm in my heavy armor. Sword of Crom. Hello. Oh my god! Look at the damage on that beast. Nice. What does it do? Is there a bad downside to this? No. Oh shit, look at the durability. Whoa. You don't deserve it, but I'm going to give you the Sword of Crom. But first I have to get I have to put a weapon mod on it. Yeah, the Spectre coating is the poison of the undead for sure. But you got to farm that off the Sumerians up in the mounds of the dead, and it's not a super common drop. I have some, but not a lot. Oh, goody, silver coins. Could I please? Meh. I do have some Spectre coatings. When I was going to be farming that dungeon by the Shattered Springs, I don't remember what it's called, but there's a dungeon by Shattered Springs which is like loaded with undead. I was going to be farming it for armor scraps, and I actually did to make the Godbreaker armor, which I then lost. Yeah, that's the one, Warmaker. Thank you. I lost the armor on a thrall in the volcano to lava, because thralls are stupid and they stand in lava. I didn't go back, so it was a lot of work to make that, a lot of farming runs, a lot of trips through that Warmaker's dungeon to get the Godbreaker armor, and then to lose it to a glitch or a stupid thrall, whatever you want to call it, was just, yeah. What are you waiting for? An engraved invitation? Yeah, I know that now. Didn't know it then, but I know that now. Yeah, thralls are useless in the volcano. You know, honestly, I can't for the life of me figure out how some of this content is supposed to be soloed. You know? Oh, well, what pissed me off about the thrall that I lost was it was the named bearer. She had the Godbreaker armor and my best legendary weapon. Wow! Man, I can swing that son of a bitch in a hurry, can't I? Holy! Oh. Okay, now where were we? Bunk! Archers. Are you an archer? Yeah, you're an archer. That was as close to the edge as I care to get without falling. Oh, you see that? I swear my horse was like leaning to the left to keep from falling. Hey, Clayman, welcome back. Everybody, this is Clayman, one of my viewers, one of my loyal viewers who's been back time and time again. Wow, I actually like the one-handed mace on the horseback. That thing's badass. Bonk. Time to play polo with a couple of skeleton heads. Oh yeah, Babe Ruth, eat your heart out. 4. You know what, Clayman? I started out streaming on YouTube, And one of the things that really pisses me off about YouTube is that they do the copyright thing, and I mean, I get you're not supposed to use copyrighted material, blah blah blah, but if you play even a little clip of a song, even if it's to illustrate a particular mood or feeling that you're having, depending on the song and who owns the copyright, YouTube can take you right offline. Like they just shut down your stream. You stop streaming. Only you don't know it. And so they really pissed me off with that. So I was like, you know what? Fuck you, YouTube. I multi-stream on YouTube because YouTube records my streams so that anybody that is or that wants to see what I've been doing but isn't able to get on during my streams. No, I know Twitch does it, but somebody has to report you to Twitch for copyright infringement. Whereas with YouTube, it's automatic. They have an algorithm that just listens to your streams. So, as far as I know, anyways, you have to be reported to Twitch. But I mean, I don't do it anymore. I play like a short clip of a song, and then I check my stream health to see that I'm still online. But yeah, it's as far as I know, it's somebody has to report you, so they have to complain that you're using copyrighted material in order for you to get a copyright strike. I don't do it anymore anyway because I don't really need to. The hardest part about streaming, yeah, the hardest part about streaming when you have no viewers is, at least for me, the hardest part for me was I like listening to music when I'm playing the game. Before I started streaming, I'd listen to music while I played, and I can't do that because the streaming software streams everything that plays on my desktop. So the only way I could actually listen to music. Wow. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Like I said, random because I'm not doing it anymore. But the only way I could listen to music while I'm streaming, if I have no viewers, active viewers on my channel, is to put a separate set of earbuds in and listen to music from my telephone. Because the streaming software, I can't figure out how to differentiate which audio I want to play through my stream and which audio I only want to hear in my headphones. So until I figure that out, I can't listen to music while I'm playing. And that was the hardest part for me when I first started out with no viewers, was not listening to music. So I was listening to music. And like I said, YouTube took me offline repeatedly. And I got pissed off with them. So I switched over to Twitch. And I've had less issues. But like I said, I don't have to play music anymore because I have people to talk with now. I'm not lonely. And you guys are so awesome. Oh, no, I don't want to put that in the grinder. Put that in the grinder. Does that fit in the grinder? No, it might go in this juice press. Put it in my juicer and see if it squishes out any. Yeah, there we go. We'll get some bones out of that. You play music, you just don't keep any recordings of it. Yeah, well, see, that's just it. YouTube records your stream. So, and as you're streaming, it's listening to what you're broadcasting, and if it detects copyrighted music, it can take you offline. Don't know what Twitch does, but again, as I said, I don't need to do it anymore because I have enough viewers, enough followers that typically when I go online, somebody jumps on and hangs out with me. If I have at least one person to talk with, I don't feel like I'm, an insane, crazy person talking to himself. I feel better about, being online, and even if they're not actively chatting, I still can feel like I'm talking with somebody. And that probably didn't answer your question, Clayman, but or who was asking about it? Random Boog. How does someone solo? Lots of spare gear and weapons, a good thrall, and many, many respects of attributes. Yeah, so true. I don't know how many times I've respec trying to find the perfect build for me. This is the build that I have learned so far is it fits my playstyle best. Be what it is. I mean, I do the vitality up to 30 so that I get that passive health regen. I do encumbrance up to 30 because I need that pack mule because I do a lot of harvesting and a lot of building, so get that encumbrance up. Survival up to 30 as well for the same reason. You harvest resource nodes twice as fast. So I'm not spending anywhere near as much time, or rather I spend the same amount of time harvesting, but I'm getting way more out of that time that I spend. So my build is um, mostly geared toward building. And the strength, I always get that first perk, be the thuggery, because it makes thralling so much easier. Although on the island, when we switch over, I may not, because I might go dagger spec, full on light armor dagger spec, and just dump all those points into agility. Because you don't need strength when you're using the daggers. You're bleeding the creatures out. And a lot of the critters on the Isle of Sipta are bleedable. So especially at the early and on the early beaches with the dogs. Yeah, they all bleed. So I'm perfectly happy doing that. A little bit of grit for that, a little bit of stamina, and that you get that first perk, and you use less 10% less stamina when you climb. I mean, it's a balanced build in my opinion. A little bit of combat ability, but mostly harvesting and building, and the survivability of the vitality, and that's about it. That's the build that I found works best for me. Survival 20, vitality 30, strength 20, and the rest grit encumbrance. But I like a mace axe with a shield. Yeah, and it's a really cool weapon system that I recently learned that is so much fun, especially when you get the venom infused axe like I've got. Is the axe and the throwing axe in the offhand. When you start that Diablo barbarian whirl shit, oh my god, you do that until you run out of stamina. It's so much fun. But I like the light armor. Oopsie, I didn't mean to grab that. I like the light armor best. It fits my play style best. And I've got that uber awesome armor smith, that the scout, the named dude. So this armor weighs next to nothing. I mean, look at this, 1 pound, almost 2 pounds. So that's half a pound, 3.5, 4 3/4, 5 1/4 pounds is all my armor weighs. You do that spin on the back leg of a dragon, and there's a good chance you stagger it. Yeah, and you know what? Again, if that's what you're going for, like when we were playing, I've soloed dragons in this outfit with daggers, and I just got to keep a close eye on my stamina so I don't run out of stamina and lose the ability to dodge, right? But I've killed dragons in just this light armor. You just got to avoid letting them hit you. I mean, I never worry about staggering them. I just throw bleeds and poison on them and just keep running circles around them like you saw I was doing. But it's less effective. I'm less good at it in the heavy armor than I am with the light. So, which is not to say that I don't die a lot in the light armor, because I do run out of stamina. I lose track of my stamina sometimes. And I end up in that super slow thing, and yeah, I die screaming horribly like a little girl. Yeah, I've heard people mix and match armor sets as well, and I'm just like, that is way too complicated for me. Like, I can't do that. I don't min max. I like matching sets. As stupid as that might sound, I like my armor to be all light or all heavy. And I've tried a set of medium armor, wasn't a fan. It didn't offer any of the benefits of either. Didn't have the protection of heavy armor or the flexibility of light. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to keep wearing this shit. All right. So we have Sword of Crom, which, wow, like massive base damage of 91% and armor pen of 22. Let's throw this master weapon fitting on it and see what it goes to. So 91, 22, 96, 34. Holy blopping dog poop. That is a major weapon upgrade for Spanky here. You're still on my shit list, jackass. Yeah, that's the problem with the heavy armor is you gotta. I put the weight trims on it. I don't know if you noticed that, if you saw that, but I have the weight trimming on all of my heavy armors, and I did. That is one of the reasons I've got my encumbrance up to 30, is so that I can actually wear this shit and still be able to carry more than a couple bottles of water. So yeah, I do the weight trim, but with this light armor, like I said, I'll show you the blacks or the armor smith that I picked up. I got him in the purge near my house. Finbar of Samaria. Everything this guy makes is lighter weight. So I took him, I made my light armor with this dude here in this bench. Then I took him downstairs to my tinker's bench and I made the weight trimming mods. And I put that on my light armor. I put those on my light armor. So my light armor weighs like virtually nothing. It's like 5.5 pounds. It's pretty badass. You stop chittering your teeth. I don't want to hear your shit. You can't possibly be cold. You're dead. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need that. I'll keep the brimstone. Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, it's making a choice, right? You like to be a little bit slower but stout. You know, be able to take a few hits. I prefer not to be there when the hit lands. That's my style. And both styles are good. Both styles are valid. It is player preference. You're absolutely right, Random. Whatever works best for you. There is no wrong way to play this game. What do you got? Star Metal Great Sword. So you're at 56.19. This is at 66. Yeah, that's a better sword. So this Star Metal. Oh wait, what do you got? You got a Star Metal Great Sword, but I've got a extra damage on you. Okay. So do we have? What are you currently sporting? A two-handed stone sword. Oh, sweetheart. There you go. Yeah, I agree, Random. That is why Conan is so versatile. It appeals to and it allows. There's no right style. Like there, like I said, in every game you're going to find min maxers that they'll like build a spreadsheet on what's the most powerful sword, what's the most powerful weapon combination, blah 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 blah. I don't look for those. I don't ask those kinds of questions for myself and for anybody. Like if somebody asks me, if somebody on my stream is like, "What's the best weapon to use in the game?" My answer is always going to be, "Well, what's the best weapon for the way you play?" Because the weapon that does the most damage is not necessarily the best weapon in the game for you. Right? Like that sort of Conan in my hands would be a wasted weapon. I'm not good with the two-handed swords. I've tried them, don't like them. I don't like the way they handle. I don't like the there's just the weapon swing and everything like that. Same with the katana. I mean, the katana is a cool sword. I've played with it. I've tried it. It's really nifty. You do that right click and you charge up that samurai pose, and then you do that one whoosh swing, and the longer you hold the charge, the harder the swing. I think that's cool, but it's not going to fit my playing style at all. Excuse me. But somebody else that doesn't like daggers, there's nobody else on this server that uses daggers. Everybody else on this server uses either a two-handed sword or old dude uses a one-handed axe, and I don't think he even has a shield in his offhand or the throwing axes. I think he's just a one-handed axe in his main hand, right? Which is great when we're fighting in the dark, because then he's not used to he doesn't have that shield dependency, right? So he can hold a torch when we're fighting at night, and that's all good, because you can't do that when you're like dual wielding daggers, right? So it helps him, but I'm the only player on the server that uses daggers. So every time a dagger drops, people say, "Hey, Hive, what do you want to use these daggers? You want to try these daggers?" So far, nothing stacks up to the venom infused daggers for me. Whatever does damage to save my ass fighting style. Yes. And the dual daggers is worthless against undead. When I go into the undead city, there's no point in fighting with the daggers except when I'm fighting the dragons. because I can't poison or bleed the undead anymore. Used to be able to. And don't know if you know this, random, but you with the venom infused daggers only. Oh no, and the venom and the set arrows, you can poison rock noses. You still can't bleed them. You used to be able to bleed them, but they fixed that. But you can still poison rock noses. So that's a great leveling tool for leveling both yourself and your thralls. I picked up some leather somewhere. Not exactly sure where. Oh, that's right. I said a bunch of... Oh, shiitake mushrooms. I ran out of bark. Really? Wow. I had 1,000 bark in that leather working when I shut off. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop all this up and say that I don't need these as much as I need the leather. I don't even really need the leather, truth be told. Ultimate pastime that every player hates, collecting bark. Yeah, you know, it's not too bad though if you take a mining pick into the Shattered Springs on all those dead trees in there. It's not too bad. There we go. That'll make a lot of tar. May as well take this down to the alchemy, the Firebowl Cauldron. Do 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 do. Okay, so that's 15 and then almost 2,000. I still had a little bit in there. Oh well, whatever. Boom, 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 boom. Hatchet every branch on the ground, but that is more tedious than just killing a tree. Yeah, no. I'm not going after the branches. Camus discovered that one not too long ago. He was like, "Hey, did you know that if you you can just hit the branches on the ground and get twigs?" And I was like, "No, I didn't know that. But do you realize how hard it is to actually swing and hit those things, as opposed to hit a tree with a hatchet once and you get the same amount of sticks and." You didn't have to sit there and try and aim. I was like, it's good information to have. I mean, if you're running around at the beginning picking up sticks, if you can make yourself a hatchet, you can hit the sticks with the hatchet and get more, apparently. But yeah, it's that's one of those diminished returns sort of ideas, I think. And I still have let's see. A sickle on mushrooms. You know what else is the mining pick on crystals? I mean, yeah, it's the sickle on the gossamer. You get way more, but you got to swing it like 4, 5, 6 times to even hit the damn gossamer gob. Like they're really hard to hit properly, I find anyway. Never tried sickle on mushrooms. Actually, I know the puffball mushrooms are underneath the bridge there at the Southern River, but I don't really do gaseous orbs, so I've never needed the puffball mushrooms, so I haven't gone after them. Oh, I need more food. I don't remember what I did with all those seeds. Are they still in the horse? Yeah, there they are. Raw ash definitely uses sickle on obsidian. Really? Yeah, we have decided as a server that the volcano sucks, and that obsidian tools and obsidian weapons suck ass, but the obsidian tools aren't worth the trouble it takes to get the obsidian and get it smelted. So we're like, yeah, we're gonna call star metal the top end. um, so yeah, I'm not after obsidian anymore. I was when I went up on that obsidian run on the volcano in my earlier stream today. I was after the ash. I couldn't care less about the obsidian. So if a sickle gets you more ash, then hey, cool, I'll use a sickle. Living Dead Girl told me that I needed some green in my house. I needed some plants. She wanted to come in and decorate and put some plants in my house. So, to placate her, I built a planter. Where, conveniently, I deposit every seed I run across in the game that I bring home. I find seeds, this is where they go, with the exception of the seeds I used to make gruel. So, yes, I do farming. I don't do it like I've done it. Oh yeah, definitely the aloe is vital. But I can get 10 times that in like the growing one aloe, and even in the high end planter, it's stupid slow. So I can get 10 times that much aloe out of just running down into the river valley with the sickle in like 15-20 minutes of running through the river valley just hitting aloe plants. And I get the seeds. I just throw them into here. I throw all the seeds in here when I get home with my aloe run. I call it doing a botanical run. When I say I'm going on a botanical run, that means I'm going for aloe, sometimes plant fibers, that kind of stuff, like, plants. And when I come home, this is where I throw all the crap that oh, see, I didn't even realize I had frost lotus flowers grow. I must have had some of that uber compost. Oh yeah, I still have those. Okay. Actually, I think I'm gonna see. I'll see if those will fit on one of those weapon racks. Yep, that'll fit on there. Cool. Yeah, I do the same thing. It's mostly more often like with this farming. I did try in my very first build, my very first game. I did try the farming, leveled up or spent all the feats on the farming to get the best planter, and I had like 8 of them laying out in a row, and I had a bunch of compost heaps, and I found that I couldn't keep them all fed with seeds and compost to keep them growing. It just seemed like it was a lot of work for very little payoff, especially when you consider how long they take to grow. So I just for this playthrough, I built one. I put all my seeds. It's my seed storage spot. But since I have a compost heap to hatch eggs and stuff, I figured I may as well take the compost and throw it in there and grow whatever grows. Like I don't even care if this stuff grows or not. Because like I said, I can get way more by harvesting than I can by growing, with way less time spent. But yeah, passively as it grows, sure, why not? All right, now I'm going to leave the bonkies here because I really have too many thralls on this server as it is. I don't need any more. Okay. Yep, exactly random. Like I said, I don't just do it for aloe. Like I said, I throw all the seeds that I find because I never know what's going to be useful, right? And you can store an ungodly number of stacks of seeds in a seed planter. So I just throw all my seeds in there, and then when I start my compost, I put my composts in there, and what grows grows. I really don't care. I'll pull it out of there every now and again when it looks like it's getting full, and that's it. There's not really a whole lot in here for seeds though. Like that's just it. And I grew these frost lotuses. Not sure. Okay, so I think you need like the super compost, the higher grade compost, in order to get the frost lotus to grow. But I don't know what you need to get to make these grow, if anything. No idea. But I did have a bunch of gray flower seeds in there, obviously. We did a hunt. Lotus takes potent compost to grow. Do you know if there's any way to actually like go deliberately create potent compost? Is there anything I can do to make that happen, or is it just random for every thing of compost that makes it can? There's a chance that it can be the potent compost. Because I've never known that. I found a couple of them now and again in my compost box, but I have no idea how they got there. I mean, you'd think if you left the compost in the compost heap long enough that the even if it consumed like 10 compost to make one super one. Oh, you put in dung, compost, and raw ash. Oh, I didn't know that raw ash was what you. I never made the potent. I didn't even know that you put raw ash in there to make potent. I've never put my raw ash in there. I've always used it for white dyes. So you learn something new every day. That's my day's learning. I can use raw ash and make potent compost. Cool. All right. What does it take to make that midnight potion? I want to go to Jebel Sag or whatever the hell his name is. Jebel Sag. Where is it? Midnight potion. Midnight potion. Do. Is it up here? No. I'm sure I learned it. Maybe I didn't when I remade my character. Which means I'd have to go to the den and get it again. There are many ways to make these things, but the stables with a horse for dung makes the recipes very much shorter. What do you mean? Horse poop works faster in the compost heap than the rotting flesh? Is that what you're telling me? I did not know that. I have poop in there, but I keep throwing rotting flesh in my compost. I wonder if that's... Let's go take a look. Oh, well, I don't currently have anything growing in my compost because I don't have any plant fibers in there. Well, I can fix that, Red Wagon. With dung, you only need fiber with it to make compost. Yeah, no, I knew that. I knew it was either dung or rotting flesh. I didn't realize there was a difference in speed between the two because I never actually sat and watched. So I had no idea. I don't think it's so much that it's confusing, Clayman, as it's very in depth and there's no recipe book or manual inside the game. You have to actually go on Google or on the wiki and hope that information is up to date. Or watch YouTube videos, watch other people show you how to do stuff. That's the part that's irritating to me, is that there's no in-game recipe book. There should be. So let's run up the volcano and grab us some more raw ash, because I don't have very much of it. And I would very much like to have more of it for my compost, because I didn't know that you could make... And I have to go to... You would die what? Going up the volcano? No. If you can get to the volcano, going up is not that difficult at all. Where is it? Here it is. You have to have cold resistance armor, at least the first tier of cold armor, in order to survive going up the volcano, or getting to the volcano in the first place, because this place will make you cold. Okay, so you're here. Alright, so I'm going to just charge through. Show you the path that you have to run up or fight your way up in order to get to the volcano. This is not going into the volcano. I want to make sure we're clear on that. Because I said earlier to my crew who wants to go up the volcano, and everybody thought I meant go into the volcano. And after the last experience we had as a group in the volcano, it's unlikely we're ever going to go back in. It was bad. Everybody lost their level 20 thrall, myself included, and all the gear on them. Yeah, there's several different ways to the volcano. This is the easiest way I know of. I know there are like caves that you can walk through in the eastern parts of the map to get to the volcano, but this is the easiest way I know how to get there. Plus it takes you up the road with all the obsidian. Which of course is the entire reason we're here. So we'll take out our sickle and we'll see whether or not the sickle still works, because you say that it used to work to get you lots of ash. Let's see if it still does. Okay, all I got out of that was 2 raw ash. We'll try another one. Okay, so I'm up to 17. I'm going to say that's not terribly productive. Let's try the star metal pick. So we got 17. Then we got 5. We didn't get any out of that one. Or any out of that one. Jesus. Yes, there are difficulties. It's difficulty settings. This is set on the default. Whatever the regular difficulty is for the game, whatever the default is. Yeah, but I mean, doesn't it seem like it kind of gives you like much less of the ash than even the star metal pick, the pickaxe? I don't know. What other tools do I have here? I could try the skinning knife. Let's try just the regular pickaxe and see what we get out of the next guy. Well, not regular, but the dried demon blood pickaxe. We'll see what we get for ash out of it this time. So 7 and 8 is 15. Meh. Yeah, the sickle might be the better way to go, just so you're not picking up obsidian, which I don't have any interest whatsoever in collecting any more of. Get out of the way, you frickin' morons. Yeah, that just doesn't give you anything. I wonder if a hatchet would do any better. What about these trees? Can you even hit them? Well, it gives me the sound. Yeah, doesn't give you anything. Move, stupid. Damn horse. Okay, so yeah, the sickle would be the better call, just because I don't want to have to pick that shit up. Put that in there. Where's my sickle? Here's my sickle. Nya 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 boo boo. What are you? You're an archer. And you're a fighter. Okay. Nice armor, loser. Hey, idiot. You want to go and fight something? Yeah, right. Yeah, you got this. I'll watch. Let me explain something to you, Mr. Thrall. I established how strong I was when I battered you unconscious and dragged your stupid ass to the Wheel of Pain. So I don't need to prove to you that I can beat stuff. Matter of fact, after killing the Snow Hunter, you got to prove to me that there's a reason I should keep you alive. I gotta tell you,